Tape measures are something that everyone has a different idea on what is perfect. Everyone likes something different, and there's a million of them out there on the market that you can choose from. Don't go by anyone's testing and say this is the perfect one because they said it. You might not like what they like. Plain and simple. You may not like what I like, but what I have here is a large number of tapes, mostly Lufkin or Crescent tapes, which are pretty decent in the market as far as cost versus what you get. I also have some Dewalt ones, and then unfortunately I don't have the good Milwaukee ones. I just broke the good Milwaukee one that I had. I have two other ones here. We're just going to take a look at everything that these have to offer quickly. Now, in the box, Crescent says, check our standouts. So we're going to start with that. Stay tuned. Look guys, I can make a jig for this, but the reality is that's not how anyone does it in the real world. And I just want to go through this with my hand and kind of deal with this similar to what you would in the real world. This is one of the less expensive Milwaukee ones. We got to about 8'8" there. This is one that I love to give my kids because it has all the different markings on the bottom. As far as 1/4 inch, 1/8 inch, it allows me to get good measurements from someone who doesn't know how to use a tape. This is just the standard Milwaukee tape, one that I like. It's not super wide, nothing like the Milwaukee stud, which would absolutely rock this competition. I got, again, maybe 8'9" before this one went down. Nothing too crazy here. These are inexpensive Milwaukee tapes. They're nice. They just don't have a ton of standout. This is one that I absolutely love, mostly because of the dark coloring, the different colors that we have in here, and it's very easy to read as long as you're not in a super bright area. It is wide, so it makes you have to tilt this tape more, and it's going to get more standout, obviously, because it is more circular. So we're going to get here 11'8" before it goes down, which is pretty good. The nice part about this tape is more of how you read it. It has some Mylar coating in the front, at least for the first 9 inches. Very similar to what you'll see on just about anything. They coat the first section and then the rest of it is pretty good. Now this is a used tape, and as you can figure, the more times that this tape gets bent, the less rigidity and strength it's going to have. So think about that when we go through this. This is one of the Dewalt Tough series. Not as big of a fan of this one, although it still has the same coating, only to 6 inches instead of 9 like the other one. The numbers are just a little more dull, not as bright, not a huge deal. Let's just see how far we get out with this guy. "12 feet. That's where my first finger was when it went down. Not bad. Not bad for a tape. Very comfortable, nice, not super wide. Now we go to the new Lufkin G2 series. We look at this. We have Mylar for the first 7 inches. Pretty nice coloring here. Easier to read, not as dark. Still a little bit kind of lighter in the inks, but it is labeled on both sides, which is nice. Very wide, very curved. So this too should do quite well in this test, mostly based off of the curvature. There's 11 foot. 11'2" is where that one went down. So I was a little bit surprised the first time I did that, mostly because I was really expecting these to stand out more than the others. Here's another generation, just a different type. This one is auto retracting and it has a lock. The other one went out and you had to actually push to have it retract. Now this here basically should be the same tape, right? Should be. And I lost this one at 10.5, which is odd, right? Because we're talking the same stuff as the other tape. And it's consistent, and 10-4 on that one. So again, every tape is a little different. This is another basic G2 series, same stuff. This one is interesting because I had the best luck with this one as far as how far it would go. We are already at 10'7". Made it to 11 foot 10 inches, which is good. It's surprising when you go through some of this stuff, the difference between these tapes. And that's just, this is a magnetic model, which most people in construction wouldn't want. You're gonna pick up a lot of stuff. Then we have their night version, or they're more difficult to read in nighttime. I don't mind this tape at night or in low light conditions. It still has the Mylar to 7 inches, still pretty wide. Let's just give it a rip, see what happens. We're at 9 foot, just approaching 10. There's a little, just made it to 11. Not bad, as far as standout, didn't beat the best that we have in the shop. Something that I don't hear a lot of people talk about is layout. When I'm laying out a piece of metal for fabrication or laying out a 2x6 or anything else that I'm gonna do multiple cuts on, I like to roll the tape out and then let it sit there, and I can go through and make sure that it is in place and make my marks. So in this case, these Milwaukees are definitely not what I choose, although you can see that this end is chewed up quite bad on this. I use this tape quite often, just not for layout. But in layout purposes, I like something that's going to sit close to the wood. This Dewalt that had the most standout is probably the worst. You can see I came right out with this Dewalt and said, hey, I really like the lettering. It's dark, it's easy to read. It's because I use it quite a bit in layout, and I'm very, very used to it. It's nice, it sits fairly low. As far as the Lufkins go, this guy here with the push to retract is the only one that I really like for layout purposes because it sits nice and flat on the wood. I could put that on the wood, tilt it one way, and rock and roll with my layouts. The other ones, which are more of a push to lock, like to sit up, and they sit up quite a bit. That to me is not something that I'm down to. The magnetic part works good on that one, but they don't sit right. But if you take a look across, you can see that the Milwaukees are a little more dull. The Dewalt here is bright. This Dewalt's a little more dull. And then we have a kind of a medium thing going on the Lufkin as far as brightness and darkness of the black. I have to say, I do really like how Lufkin's putting things together, but the numbers are bigger and the tape is wider. It just gets me to a point where I'm gonna have to do a little more turning of this tape to get an accurate measurement, which is something you're gonna always have to deal with. With the more standout you get, the more curvature you're gonna have here anyway. Something that blew my mind with this is Lufkin is claiming a 120-foot drop test. That's 12 stories to a point. I mean, that's up there. So they didn't say how it made out during that test. They just said it was rated for 120 feet. Getting this to 120 feet in my area is not possible, but let's just see how it withstands a pretty harsh torture test. Which is actually quite a throw when you look at it. I did have it locked in. I thought that was the smartest. We did bend the front already, which that tells me with that throw that if this hit in the front like it did, that's going to ruin your tape. So 120 feet there is probably not ideal. Something's gonna break, but let's just throw it on its back, see what happens. Well, that one went a ways. Now that was a throw to its back. Again, we bent that over quite a bit and we separated the tape. So it's not going to take a lot of 120-foot drops. Let's just go one more time on this for torture and just see what it'll take. That sounded pretty solid in that one. Now in this, I have to give it to him. It still works. Everything's good. Case came apart. Probably could be fixed here. Looks like it just separated, didn't come back together right. Lock still works. We just have to bend that back together and we still have a tape that works. Lufkin also talks about their belt clip being easy to use with that slide in, which is nice. In the drop, that definitely bent, and you can see this belt clip bent also. Let's just take this guy apart quickly, see what we see on the inside. These are small screws holding this guy together. Very small. They're tight. I'll give them that. And sometimes I wonder about the marketing of tapes. We talk about, all these things that it'll do and everything that it has. And I think it's great to have a barrier or protective layer in the front of this tape. Everyone drops tapes. There's no doubt about that. It's just going to be a matter of what else is going to happen to them. I'm obviously missing one. Maybe it's this guy. And it was interesting. You'd have to pop that off to open this tape up. Not that it's a big deal, but when we look inside, pretty simple plastic housing. A little stress on it here from when it was thrown to the ground. Going to be our brake mechanism. And then here's our spring that's on the inside that is connected. And it is solidly connected there. It is not going to, well, let's see. No, it is connected directly to that side of the tape. There's a metal bar that's in here. So if we're to pull, that is not coming out. That is what's holding everything together. That ribbon spring that's here. And this is how the whole tape is held in. So it sits in here like this. When we pull this guy out, it has a curvature. When it goes back in, as long as it goes back in right, it sits flat. So the tape is not built bad. When you put this together, it's all about the case. It's all about how everything winds up in here. It's actually pretty nice. And if we wanted to, we can bend this guy back. We should be able to fit this guy back together without issue. Yeah, we could put this guy back together with a little bit of work and make him back to where he's pretty close to perfect. Bend this back over, and even after all those throws, have a tape that is actually usable. And with a little work, we were able to straighten this guy out a little bit. You can see that we have some bending in here. Very, very normal for something that's thrown around. But look at that. We took this guy apart. The only thing that really died on us is going to be the belt clip, and that broke. I just didn't put this piece back on. There was no sense in it. From here, we have everything. Still works. That's pretty good after being thrown around like that. Very curious as to what tapes you like. I'm sure I'm gonna hear a lot of the Stanley Fat Max. I think that's why one of these Dewalts is very similar to that, and I really enjoy that tape. It's just one of the things that stands out to me. How do you find your tapes in the store? If it's me, I always pick one up, look at it. I can always open it up, kind of get a feel for it in the store. If they don't allow me to pull the tape out and look at it, usually don't buy it, because that's one of the main things I want to be able to see is how well can I read it? Do I like the markings? Are they super thick? Are they dark? What is it? Everybody's got their own preference. I'd always like to hear yours. So what do I think about these Lufkins? For the price, these are all going to be about $1 a foot that's out there-ish. You're going to find some a little more expensive, some a little less, depending on what they have inside of them. As far as standout, The Dewalt kind of beat them in this case. I think the Stanley Fat Max would also. They are built well. It is nice to see one that we can just throw on the ground and put back together. That's not something you're always going to find, but I think a lot of these tape measures are built similarly. Now with the Dewalt and stuff, you don't have a lot of the cage around it, or at least the metal that's exposed. And like we said, they all don't sit the same on the floor, and most of these are they're rubber coated. So when it gets to a point where you have to measure from the front to the back, or if you lock this in, and let's say this guy is what, 3 3/8 inches, the accuracy when you put that together dwindles slightly, but still at the same point in time, it works. All these are different. This one's 3 3/4, 3 3/8. It is what it is. They all work. What do you like? That's what it comes down to. So, comments below, put that down there. Let me know what you think of these, and let me know what your favorite tape is. Give us a like in this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.